Here are some of this week's Am I the Asshole from where else than Reddit. As per usual, this one is narrated not by me because I would like you all to understand what is being said and do not want to hurt your ears with my accent. So, let's go. Am I the asshole for suing my cousin for $6,000 to pay for my hearing aids after he threw me in the pool? My family is all on my cousin's side for this issue, and I wanted some outside judgment. My cousin, 25 male, has always been the golden child of our generation. He's funny, good-looking, and outgoing, not to mention a boy amongst girls. He's always loved to mess around and play pranks. For the record, I really dislike this cousin. I think he's irresponsible, childish, and annoying. I have had hearing problems for years. I recently got a $6,000 pair of hearing aids. Recently at my grandmother's birthday party, we were all eating and drinking on the back porch. My grandmother has a pool. My cousin decided he was going to throw me in the pool because it would be funny to ruin my hair that I just got done that day. I repeatedly told him to stop and put me down in a very serious and not playful at all tone. He threw me in the pool, and my hearing aids were ruined. Afterwards, when I told him what happened, he basically said, "Whoops, didn't know you had hearing aids now." When I told him the cost of them and that he would have to replace them, he freaked out and said no way. My family didn't want me to make him pay for them because I significantly out-earn him and also everyone else in the family. He was in college at the time, barely making ends meet in a call center job. His girlfriend and him have a baby, and they live in a one-bedroom apartment. He refused to pay, so I took him to court. I won. He refused to make the payments after, so I took him back to court, and his wages are now being garnished for the maximum amount, which is 20% of his total wages. It pushed him over the edge of what he could afford, so he's had to work extra and drop out of college to be able to pay their rent. My family is absolutely fuming at me. I think he made one bad choice after the other, and he has never given a sincere apology during this whole ordeal. Had he gave a real apology after the incident and asked if he could wait till he finished school to pay me back, I would have been fine with it. But the entitled little prick is digging his feet in at every move. Am I the asshole? The only reason I could see me maybe being the asshole is because it's affecting his child and girlfriend. So what is the verdict? Let's see what chat says. Elon's Rocket 20 comes in first with some schooling. Not the a-hole. Where he fucked up was not negotiating a payment plan with you that he could afford after he did it. A 20% garnish is a harsh way to learn his lesson, but he earned that lesson. Jennifer Pan with some home truths. Yep, and he can go back to court and request a lower percent if it's really hurting him. That he hasn't done so just shows me he'd rather play victim and try to make her look bad. The court would listen to in school/wife kid and likely adjust that percentage until after graduation. LaCharles replies with a oof. He may also just be a bit dumb. He did think it would be funny to throw someone in a pool against their will. Lady of Shivershale with, well, just listen. Specifically to ruin OP's hair. So he wasn't doing it because he was horsing around. His intention was malice all along. I'm spiteful, so I would have included the cost of my hair in the lawsuit. NYC Quilts replies, I'm suspecting they are all on his side in part because they resent that OP is doing better than they are financially. Orincoro replies, yeah, I caught that as well. OP sounds like the family butt monkey, and that's fucked up. I know because I am one. And then we have Ash's my name with hello fellow butt monkey. So seems we have consensus. You are not the asshole. Next we have, am I the asshole number 2? Am I the asshole for blocking my childhood best friend after she tried to make me pay for the catering at her son's first birthday? So here's the thing. Me, 28 female, and Anna, 28 female, have been best friends since forever. Like, we grew up together, went through school, first breakups, everything. Naturally, when she had her baby, I was thrilled for her. I even helped plan the baby shower and got super involved in her life as a new mom. But recently, things have gotten weird. Anna's son turned 1 last weekend, and she wanted to throw a huge party. I'm talking over the top, rented venue, professional catering, decorations, the whole shebang. Now I thought we were just going to have a nice little family and friends thing. But no, Anna had a vision. Fine, no biggie. I figured she could do whatever made her happy for her son's big day. Fast forward to a week before the party. Anna starts hinting that she's a little stressed about costs and how tight things are right now. I get it, having a baby is expensive, but she kept bringing it up in every conversation. I offered to help with decorations or pick up some snacks, but she waved it off, saying she had everything under control. The day of the party comes, and it's chaos. Balloons everywhere, a bouncy house, tons of people I didn't even know. I show up early to help set up, and Anna's running around like a headless chicken. Then, as we're putting out the decorations, she casually says, "Oh, by the way, I put the catering on your card." I hadn't even seen a catering bill, let alone agreed to pay for one. What do you mean you put it on my card?" I asked, trying to stay calm. She looked at me like I was being dramatic and goes, "Yeah, you know I've been struggling. I figured you wouldn't mind covering it, and I'll pay you back later." Excuse me? First of all, I never once said she could use my card, and second, I had no clue how much this catering even cost. When I asked, she shrugged and said, "Only about $500. It's not a big deal." $500. For food I didn't even order or agree to pay for. I told her no way. I wasn't paying for something she never asked permission for, and frankly, I didn't have that kind of money just lying around. She acted all shocked and hurt, saying I was being selfish and how it was her son's first birthday. As if I'm supposed to go into debt for a party I didn't even throw. We had a massive argument in front of some of her other friends, and I ended up leaving early. Later that night, she blew up my phone with texts saying I ruined her son's day, that I was being a terrible friend, and how I didn't understand how hard things are for her right now. I just couldn't believe the audacity. After everything, I blocked her. I couldn't deal with the guilt tripping, especially over something so ridiculous. Now, some mutual friends have reached out saying I was too harsh and that I should have just helped her out because she's struggling. But I feel like she crossed a line. You don't just throw someone's money into your plans without asking them, right? So, am I the asshole for blocking her, or did I overreact? Edit. To everyone asking why she has access to my card is still a question to me. Maybe she went through my things when I visited her to help babysit her son a day before his birthday. On how she did it? I don't know, but I already filed a dispute with my bank about the charge. I will be checking my card to see if there are any other things she purchased using my card. I really can't imagine that she could do this to me. So let's go to the posts and see what the masses say. User Petrograd Sui says, "Not the a-hole. That's fraud. Also, if one is struggling, one doesn't spend $500 on a 1-year-old's birthday party. Your former friend is ridiculous." Healer Haven speaks the truth. That's also theft. Innocent bystander comment only relates to some jurisdictions. $500 or more is grand theft, which is a felony. In some jurisdictions, you can all stop correcting me now. Main alone with some sense. And I'd be really surprised if that birthday circus was only $500. Tammy1313 and some more common sense. Just the food. And she wasn't even clear about the amount of, probably much more after tax and tip. I wish the amount was in the post. She should have let the catering company know that there was a mistake in the payment when they arrived, Groovy. And here it is. User Last Scientist 6620 with the final verdict. Correct. You are not the a-hole for blocking your friend after she used your card without permission. That's a huge violation of trust. And it's understandable why you'd feel hurt and betrayed. Anna crossed a serious line by charging $500 to your card without asking, and her reaction when confronted only made things worse. Even if she's struggling financially, that doesn't justify her actions, and you're not responsible for covering the costs of her son's birthday. Blocking her after that level of disrespect is a reasonable response to protect yourself from further boundary violations. You didn't overreact. Well, that is it for today, folks. Have a good weekend.